breaking up and starting fresh was so scary. And then now looking back at everything that I've done and having to go through exactly what I was scared of, and still am where I am now.
Yeah. And the amount of tears, stress, whatever,
Headaches.
also money you spend.
Headache. Yeah, money, a lot of. That's why I would have been, would still be there if things would have not gone down.
Yeah.
Spending 60K or whatever.
I'd be happy. Not for you personally, I wouldn't be happy, but for myself, I'd be very happy.
It would be nice for the both of us, like, to have each other, but yeah, everything else, even my jobs, like I would have still not had a permanent visa and all that, those things. I would have still had to do crappy jobs, because in Australia, you rarely get a good job if you don't have a permanent visa. And now I have a good job. I'm doing finally what I've studied for, and I don't want to change that again.
And you get paid properly as well.
Yeah, very well, actually. So I didn't get much in Australia. Well, I did work for a graphic design agency for like a hot minute.
We're still chasing them.
Dark horse. Just putting it out there because I don't care. Dark horse. I should have known by the name already, Dark Horse. But no, like so many trauma. But once again, all this, I had to say, I was not supposed to.
Can we just acknowledge, like, I'm sorry, but like how bad that work experience was on top of everything else that you already
That was
went
the
through?
most traumatic work experience in my whole life.
That was not just a shit job. That was
abusing employer, really abusive.
Like, that was not even funny.
No,
like, it was just.
He was mentally abusive, so that I would lock myself in the bathroom and cry. And I don't know how many voice messages I sent to you while I was crying, because I was done. No, that was on top of everything.
Yeah.
That 10th of July. 10th of July is where I got my visa refused in 2019, and I got let go at work. I was fired because I was being deported anyway, so might as well just kick out. Oh goodness, no, I don't want to start this chapter again. But anyways, what I wanted to say is, even though I didn't make that cut in 2016, sitting in that hole, even though I should have, I didn't make the cut. I went through so much shit and hardship and tears and everything. But once again, I wouldn't be who I am today if I wouldn't have gone through this. And like, I'm thankful for the experiences. I appreciate them. I would have probably lived a happier life if I didn't have to experience them, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm not regretting it.
Do you know though? I mean, that's what you say right now, but if you would have not experienced those things, you would have not that much to look back onto, like to look back at, to realize, and then maybe would have gotten yourself into a similar relationship again.
Maybe like these are all life lessons that we're supposed to learn. Like, everything for me has a meaning, and we're supposed to climb specific rocks to become who we are supposed to become. And some of us get to do that earlier. Some of us have to go through a bit more hardship to realize it at a later stage in their life. Everyone has their own path, and that was my path to get me to my higher self. And I'm only 30. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm still evolving. Like, I'm already happy where I am now. And I'm like, wow, where can this go now from here? Like,
yeah. And I think you let go of all those negative.
But once again, had to force myself. Because if you remember, I know I always say I broke up, but I was broken up with. So once again, there was a situation that was made for me, as well as visa being refused was a situation that someone made for me, because I would have maybe not.
There were a lot of decisions made for you, actually, ever since you got into this relationship.
Yeah. Because this relationship was built out of compromises for someone else. And because I'm compromising, I'm happy to stay in a position that I'm maybe not happy with. So, someone else had to make that decision for me. And only then I realized what I've done wrong, or what I should have done differently. Anyways. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of build up still coming up today. I don't know, maybe it's this new start, and it's still pain. I mean, it's all a lot of pain.
The dream, New Year resolution, all those things.
All those things. Australia, this relationship, it's like a lot of suppressed energy and emotions.
And I mean, it was like, 5-6 years of your life, which again, in your 20s.
They were the
So most
most.
of your 20s.
They were the most like important years in my life,
Yeah.
because you both left home for the first time, moved out. You're being by yourself for the first time. Then you migrate to a new country, start a whole new life. All being. You have never done this before. You have never had actual job experiences before. It was like just like I was a student, a lot of student jobs. So not like full-time work, learning how to sustain yourself, and this all by being in a different country,
finding apartments, houses for yourself, doing all that visa stuff. Like, thank God in Germany we know what paperwork really means.
Yeah, and so, thank God in Germany I can call someone for help. I don't have to do it all by myself. I love to. This is a thing I established in Australia, and I still love it. I love to do everything myself. It's just it's my thing now. It's a tick. I love it. But I love that I have the opportunity to just call someone and be like, can you help me with this? I can't do it. I still do it not often enough, I know, but I have the opportunity. And in Australia, I would just do everything by myself because you have to.
Just knowing that you have the opportunity makes it so much better already.
It's enough. So that's my life event this episode, because I feel like it has to. I still don't feel like I released everything, but I don't know.
Because you haven't cried yet.
I haven't cried yet.
Is it in that book that it was about crying? Did I read it somewhere else?
Yeah, crying is it's just the best way to let go, obviously.
And it's a sign, actually crying is a sign of mental strength.
Yeah, definitely. If you suppress your feelings.
Crying is not for the, it's nothing bad to cry.
If you suppress your feelings and your thoughts, they build up. They become essentially this mountain. And that makes you the mountain, because you're just like a pile out of stress emotions that you never experience. And once you cry, it is gone and you feel great afterwards. Yes. You feel great.
We're both going to have a good cry after this.
Oh, I hope I did not emotionally drain you today, because goodness.
No, I'm good.
Goodness.
My life is already emotional.
Wow. Yeah.
So is my chair. Sorry.
Oh, your chairs. Goodness. But I don't know. Do we want to have a look at that our funny game that we have? The funny game that we are still trying to figure out the statements.
Because I don't think we can. This episode is just
the episode is slowly ending now, so there's nowhere to coming up from here.
There's no funny joke we can tell.
But it's okay. It's fine to share our thoughts, and it's supposed to be. That's what we want it to be.
And I feel like there's a lot of, whoa, 2022, things are going to be better. And then I caught myself being like, yes, so from next year on. So it was literally like from tomorrow on, I'm going to do those things better. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to write down what I want to do. And I was like, no, I'm going to wait a week or so.
Yeah.
And I'm going to maybe start doing those things. But I'm not going to write it down and hold myself accountable, because it's January. How many New Year's resolutions already?
Yeah, no, it has to come natural to you, and it's not like worth it saying, on the 1st of January, I'm going to change myself. It's something that has to happen, periodically. Anyways. Oh, God. What's happening?
What will you do today that scares you but will help you grow?
I don't think it scares me, but I need to cry today. I think that's definitely what I have to do, but I don't know if it scares me. What is for you? Is there anything for you could do today?
Move to Germany right now.
Yeah.
No.
That would...
What would you... mean? What will I do today that scares me but will help me grow? I mean, it's almost 10 p.m. So
I think recording this podcast was already something. I mean, we spoke a lot of truth today, huh? That can be scary.
Yeah, I think acknowledging that. Those things. Just acknowledging those things
that can help. Those can help you grow. How did this episode make you feel? Did it make you feel kind of weird? Because there's a lot of things I'm saying that obviously apply to you in your current state.
Oh yeah, but I know those things.
Yeah, you're aware.
I'm just more like, oh my God, he's gonna watch it. But we're quite open. I'm sure I'm open about this.
Yeah, you voice your thoughts since day one.
Like I said, it's not a and again, it's if the person I'm dating will be so bad, then it'd be quite bad that you would still let me be in that relationship.
Yeah, no.
So we all know, like, he's still a good person. It's, again, all the stuff around it. And it's a big concern for me, and it's definitely on my mind, on my heart, like in my heart too. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. And also those things, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to break my relationship up to move back home or to Europe. Things can be done together, but obviously I don't want now my partner to feel like eventually that he made a sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly, because you know how it feels. Because you know how it feels.
And I don't want that. So, and then we both need to be at this point that we say, yeah, we both want to do that together. Yeah. And eventually, maybe we do and maybe we don't, and then it is what it is. But
I think ideally, in an ideal world, in an ideal relationship, you both have the same goal and the same reasoning of being together. And the problem is with my past relationship, or the way you started yours, is like there was someone having a goal. Our partners were having the goal, and we were just attaching ourselves to it, compromising to be part of it, but this was never ours. So I think ideally that would be the best for the both of you. And that's why I wanted to move to Switzerland. It was a compromise I was happy with, because I knew, yes, Switzerland is not the country I would move to myself, but the two of us, that would work. And I could be close to my family and at the same time can make us all happy at the same time. But then you both
the same thing.
Yeah, and then you both start from ground zero together, have the same goal together, and not being an attachment to someone else's goal.
100%, but then yes, because we always spoke about maybe we're going to go to Portugal, but which is nice. I wouldn't mind living there, but what my heart desires at the moment is, again, being closer to family and friends, especially after not having seen them for like 2 or 3 years, and maybe building my own family surrounded by family and friends.
Yeah, which is only fair enough.
Nothing wrong with that. So if that's what I want, why do I need to work against the need that I have?
Because you are in a relationship that they were both not coming from the same place. That's different. It's difficult because he's not from Germany. Like, if he would be from Germany, even if he's from a different city, you could make that work. You could be where your heart wants to be. But you're always in a relationship where that other person would have to make a compromise to meet your needs. So you will never meet your need 100%. You will always have to to compromise. And that's just, And that's the thing. I think I heard this once too. We as humans, we tend to be selfish. It's just our natural instinct, taking care of ourselves. Nothing bad about it. But like, your natural instinct tells you, I want to be in Berlin. I want to be there because that's where my family is. That's your natural instinct. And your instinct will always drive you towards that.
I hear a lot. It's like, oh, you need to be comfortable. Like, it is, the situation is what you make out of it. Yeah, I get it. Like, of course, I don't have to be miserable every day. I can still enjoy the things that I do enjoy, building this business and, going to the beach 3 days in a row. Like, that's all great. And it's making the best out of it. Like, if I have an opportunity to grow a business, of course I'm going to do it because it's interesting. But it's also making the best out of it, which I'm really good at, I think. But then again, I don't always need to just find myself in a new position or situation that I didn't want to be in, and then I have to try to make the best out of it.
Yeah,
that's also
what you do.
Fair anymore.
No, but that's what you do, because obviously when you're not like fully happy with your surroundings, then there's a new opportunity, a challenge that could potentially give you happiness. You take it, but then this happiness is a very short thing because it's not what your heart desires.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I'm really good at expressing my feelings. Like, let me tell you, I'm a moody bitch a lot of times. But
you never used to. It's just because that's the...
No, and we can change those things. We can change the way we behave. But again, like, if I need to change my mood, that means the mood comes from my heart or from my hormones, whatever it is.
Yeah, could be both.
So there is a meaning behind it. And then, I can change things around.
No, especially, I know you so well. You're not someone waking up and it's like, I'm going to be a moody bitch today. Like, because I feel like it. Because I feel like I want to piss everyone out.
Who can I piss off today?
Yeah, who am I going to piss off today? No, it's because...
Oh, wait, there's only one person living here with me.
Well, then, shoot the gun. No, but like, it's suppressed feelings, and it's like, and you in 99% of the day, you're trying to make the most out of, the situation you're in. But there are days where you can't, and you cannot deal with it. And then that's when you, explode.
Because eventually you're ignoring your needs.
You're ignoring your needs.
Your feelings.
And you're going to have a mental breaking point. And you've been very strong. I mean, I've hit rock bottom, I feel like, more often than you, because you held yourself up, even though you've been feeling bad.
Am I too busy?
Maybe you're keeping yourself busy, but I feel like there's a lot of suppressed feelings, and maybe even depressing feelings as well, that you just hold up because you're stronger than I was, and I was breaking. But then I was always breaking, and then everything was fine again. Everything came out, but then I was ignoring. We both didn't like. I don't think both of us. I
think we both need a proper healing session.
Yeah, definitely.
Sessions for those.
I need to need to let go of a lot of things from the past. And you have to reshape your mindset when it comes to your future. Because you don't want this to be your future. It can be your present, which is fine, but because it is what it is. It's a situation you're in. You can't change it now. You can't just say, I'm moving to Germany. It's not like that. But you got to acknowledge that if you're not happy, then you got to make changes so your future does not look like this.
Yeah. I don't want to sit here in a year and be like, oh, wow.
It would be so nice if we have a studio together next year and sit together. Yes. But even if it's not, like this is, it's taking time. And even if it's in 2 years, but I don't want you to be back one day and be like, fuck.
I wish I would have.
I wish I would have done it earlier, because that's what I felt. And this is
don't we always, and it doesn't matter if I come back. It doesn't matter if I come back as a single person or in a relationship. Either way, I'm probably going to be like, oh, I wish I would have done this earlier.
Yeah, and then you got to be like, no, I achieved this, this, and this. And there's like we said the other episode, there's loads of things you can be proud of. So focus on those, and then focus on making it better for you. So future Tina is happy. And that's it.
Definitely. And I think I said that to you. I was journaling the end of last year, a couple of days ago. And I was going through everything that I wrote down in 2021, which wasn't that much, but, trying. Read through it, didn't feel like
I think you did a lot. But anyways, once again, not giving yourself enough credit.
Like I didn't journal every day. Like it's not that I didn't journal. Like, no, I didn't journal every day. But, every now and then. And then I was reading things, and then I was like, oh my God, there's a few things that I wrote down last year that I wanted to achieve, that I wasn't even aware of that I wanted to achieve them. Like in 2021, I'm like, oh my God, girl, you go.
Yeah.
That's great. And like, things that I wanted to achieve, but then things that came from those things again. And, I was material things, emotional things, all those things. And I wrote myself a letter to open a year later. And I was a bit scared to open the letter because there's a lot of things that I wrote down that didn't change yet. And I was like, oh, the letter's going to tell me the same thing, but it didn't.
But those are the things that you already know anyways, aren't you? It's just
that's it.
Scary to face them.
And I was like, oh, I mean, it's, I don't know. It was just nice to read that there is good things happening.
Yes, it's not always just, it's not just all black and white and there's only bad or good. Like you like you said last episode, you did a lot and you can be proud of yourself. And that's
and those things maybe I would have never done them in Germany.
No, exactly. You wouldn't have had the opportunity. You just imagine building a business without any business knowledge. Now you would approach it differently. Now you have some knowledge, but with the bureaucracy that is Germany, it would be difficult.
And I think we also just to wrap it up, but like we also sometimes think now building a business is. You build a business and you're going to stay in that business forever and you're going to give the business to your children. It's like, no, like it's 2022. You can sell businesses.
You can sell businesses, but that's once again an international mindset, not the German one.
Yes,
you can do that.
Those are things that now we learned. So I don't have to be stuck in a financial situation forever. Yeah. So.
What I want us to do, just to finish off this episode, there is this website that I told you already about, where you can send an email to your future self. And
Yes.
you write everything down you want like to establish in the next 6 months, I think. And then in 6 months' time, you're going to receive an email with all the things you wrote down. And I feel like now, after this emotional dump that we've just done the last hour, we should write this email and see what happens in the next 6 months.
You know, sometimes I'm scared to write the things down that are in my mind. So, but yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, good idea.
Yeah, we should do that.
What's the website called? Do you remember?
No, I will have to look it up. I can't, like, on my top of my head. I don't know. But we will do that.
Should do that. And then in 6 months, we can read it. Maybe
we can read it and maybe we share it. Maybe not if it's hitting hard. But yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm very thankful for this episode. It's still heavy.
That was not a happy 2022. Woohoo!
It was the heavy episode, but it was necessary, and it's talk the thought. So that's what we want to do. So thank you, Tina. That was great.
Talk the thought, talk the emotion. Like, yeah, you're welcome.
Talk the emotion.
I hope I was able to help you. I don't really feel like I did.
Look, you did, and it's sometimes, like I said before, talking about it helps. That's the biggest thing you can do. Like, talk about it, and then that should clear things up. And then have a good cry, and maybe
that's it.
We do that after. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. Go cry.
Go cry.
Please.
Thank you. Sorry for being so heavy, but this is us. It's not all sunshine and fairies and butterflies. It's like tears and trauma as well. So the TTs. Talk the thought.
Be ready.
Tears and trauma. TT. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Happy.